everybody, welcome back here. Okay, I'm going to preface this. My video might be long. We're just going to be looking at some satellite photos of Lahaina and kind of. I made a video back on the 20th to talk about the tourist, about how like, hey, there is no tourist on this island, and check out this video. And I talk about it in my last video that I'm literally uploading right now. But this is kind of a self-contained video where we're just going to look at satellite photos and kind of just like, I'm just going to talk about things. I'm going to try to make it a little bit faster, or maybe I'll make two of them. I don't know. It's so, I don't know what I'm doing because there's nothing to do. Oh my God. Okay. So I don't know where to start. This is like my ninth thing on this video. So the tourists are not coming back. No idea. People are there. I mean, there's tourists coming to Maui because like, fuck it. Like people rough it out, like whatever. Please come to Maui. Please, for the love of God, please come to Maui. So, we're just going to talk about Lahaina. And if I have time, I don't want like making videos longer than 15 minutes, but so here we go. Lahaina wildfires. It kind of pretty much nuked the whole town. Like, let's be real. This is Lahaina Luna. This is the oldest town west of the Mississippi, oldest, school west of the Mississippi. It started at this power transfer. You could just zoom in. I have no idea if that's like official or something, but I mean, come on. This is clearly a power transfer station. And so kind of went through here and then cut through here. And I'm actually really surprised it didn't take out this area, this industrial area. I wonder if there's like fire guys here or whatever. And then it just kind of like nuked all this stuff. It didn't get this far from what I know. There's all sorts of different stitching on the satellite. Like look at this. This is like three different like stitches. But this is the most up to date because you could see the fires. So this is Puamona. Like realistically, they have to like clear all this out. Like they have to. Like, and then what do they do with it? Like where the fuck did they put all this? It's going to take years because the only way in and out is mainly through this road. Of course, there is road through what they call Kahakaloa, which is like this area right here. But it's kind of like, you know, this is like one lane road. And there was a racist murder here a couple years ago. So yeah, like what do they do with this? They can't they literally can't have people live here. They can't. They just can't, because they can't have people here while they're like, just, you know, pretty much just, you know, clearing all this out. And then they can't have people driving through here. And then do you want to live here when everything around you burnt? So let's move up here. So this is the house I was kind of born. I wasn't born in here, but like at Kaului, whatever, Wailuku. And then I lived here for like 4 years earlier of my life. And of course, I've been, my dad and now currently, me, we're subleasing this house and we had people stay here. And the woman that lived here was that before us, she was like, you know, she's in her like 80s and all that. And so this is like really old house, like one of the older houses on the island. And compared to all of these like, you know, mega mansions and all that stuff. But it's wild. So I like in the 80s I lived here. In the 90s I kind of like did my summers here and then I just stopped going. But I would take my bike and go through here and just try to drive because this is like really good biking area, like bicyclist area. And then we have, what is this? Where am I looking at? Oh wow, is that guy's house fine? Oh God. Let's see here. And then we have Lahaina Shores, which looks fine on the satellite, but when I was driving here on the 26th, it kind of looked kind of gutted. And so here we have 505, which is another popular place. This is where like Feast at Lele, a Pacifico. It's a lot of good restaurants here, kind of gone. So that's the thing is too, a lot of restaurants are now gone. And so that indirectly affects the rest of the state because, hey, they want to get some fish. They could buy it from, Molokai or Kona, bring that in. Vegetables from Oahu or the Big Island, flowers from the Big Island, all that stuff is just now stopped. God damn, this is wild. Just look at these spots. God, even at this low resolution, it looks pretty wild. So I worked here kind of earlier, like back in I don't know, like 10, 15 years ago, working on Moku'ula, trying to uncover kind of like the throne. Because again, so this is the thing that people also don't understand about Lahaina, is that it has so much fucking history that is just not really displayed. You have the sugarcane, which is the relatively, or the tourism, which is the new thing. Then you have the sugarcane, and then there's the sugarcane mill that used to be right here. That used to be all here. Like here's the wow, you can see where this photo was taken too. It's like it's over like by like Mexico or something. So this used to be the Pioneer Mill. And that used to house all the sugarcane for this side of the island. And you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that. And so before that, there was also the whaling industry. Not like people were whaling here. It's more of like people were coming here for kind of supplies, because this was the seat of Hawaii for kind of a long time. Like King Kamehameha was here. Like King Kamehameha, I'm going to say it. King Kamehameha was a shithead. If any true Native Hawaiian fucking disagrees with me, they are fucking not Hawaiian. Like, everybody fucking knows King Kamehameha the First was a complete shithead. He fucking, dude, this motherfucker, tangent. We're going to Iao. Where's this? This motherfucker came in here, slaughtered a bunch of fucking Mauians with cannons. That's like aliens invading and this like slaughtering us with laser beams type of thing. Total shithead. If you don't agree with me, you're not fucking real. But yeah, very important place. And then of course, you might have seen in some of the news, Lahaina used to be a marshland, and due to the sugarcane, they diverted the water, and the sugarcane's gone, but it's still diverted. Then we also have King Kamehameha, which is a very old elementary school, and that's another thing is 1,400 students haven't enrolled for school this year. 1,400, and of course, this school and where is it? Right here? Is this it? Sacred Hearts, and a couple other schools. This is like the only schools on this side of the island. I don't think there are any more schools. Like we look at here, housing, airport, housing. Like this is all housing. So like this is the only school. And then we get to Lahaina Harbor. Oh wow, so this is what they did. Okay. So here is kind of like down, this is like historical Lahaina. So we have the fort here that was made out of coral. We have the old courthouse right here, and then the famous banyan tree, which is supposedly good, which is it's healthy. This is like 100+ year old tree, one of the biggest banyan trees in the world. I don't know why I say it like that. It's from frickin' like Top Gear. And then we have the historical Pioneer Inn, and then the wharf right here, Wharf Mall right here. Very, very popular places. And then we have kind of what people think of Front Street is right down here. Of course, this place needed to be gutted. Like it was just really weird. A bunch of like really modern tourist type of thing of like, attractive people trying to bring you in. It's like, hey, you want some spray? Here, look at me. I'm doing a thing. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, this is all kind of gutted. So God, ultimate whale rafting. Jesus. All this stuff has gone Hawaii ocean rafting. Yeah. Trilogy. Yeah. So supposedly these have been like destroyed and all that stuff. Okay. So they got pontoons here. So yeah, this is a disaster zone right here because all these boats are now like just dumping out oil. Not flammable, but it's still like a hazard because this is like we have one of the nicer beaches on the island, Little Beach, right here, and that's kind of not. You can't go there anymore. I just like when I came back and my dad died a couple years ago. I would literally come here once a week to and then like to pick up rent here, or I would pick up rent. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah. Pick up rent for once a month here, and then go down here and where are we at? Okay, go down here, go to the post office right here. No, right here. Pick up mail. If I get some money, I'll deposit it and all that stuff, and then go to this gas station or go to this gas station or go to this gas station, get a drink, and just like talk to these people. It's like, hey man, how you doing? They would always say like, hey, oh God, I'm breaking down. They will like, everybody says like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing fine. I always say, I'm doing fine. How are you? Because and like, oh wow, thank you. I'm doing good too. And then usually I would get lunch. Ono's truck, really good. A little bit on the expensive side, really light, but it's still pretty good. And then go down to Lahaina Cannery. Go to Jimmy John's. Oh, is it Jimmy John's? Jersey Mike's, and all that. Long this area is not affected, but I'm curious of what they do with this. It's just it's a lot. It's just a lot. I don't know. Like realistically, what did they do with this? Do they because this is relatively new. Like this is relatively new. They have to destroy all this. They have to level all this. They have to scrape it. They have to scrape the dirt because the dirt is not sustainable. So where do they put that dirt? And it goes back to like, my last video of like, hey, they need to be like, okay, I'm Oprah Winfrey and I am a billionaire. I have property on this island. I am going to move heaven. She can literally move heavens and earth. Like, no, like with her own voice. Like she is like in the embodiment. Like she's not as rich as Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, but I feel like her voice as a strong woman, is a lot of power. She could do a lot. And same thing with The Rock too. And I just feel like that's nice that you guys are like putting out and donating money. It's just like money can only go so far. So that's Lahaina. And then the other fires, which also got updated, is Crazy Stalker out there. If you're watching this, you're gonna see where the fires are. So we got King Kekalike up here. So the fires did. Let's see here. Enhance. So I did do that first video. Okay, let's see here. Is this it? Is this burned? No. So this is fine right here. You could, is this? Oh my God, you can't. Okay, yeah. So this is updated. This segment right here is updated. You can see there's a little bit of, so this is all fire. This is the, this is that. And then over here, let's see here. This is all patchwork. Oh my God. Okay, let's see here. Did it get into here too? Oh my God. I fucking like it, I'm like moving closer to the. Okay, so. Okay. What are we looking at here? It's just. So this is all updated. How? Okay, this was really updated. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm just like looking at this shit. This is like, oh my God. That wasn't 1,000 feet from my house. Holy shit. Oh my God. So the fire, like, where did the fires come from? So it kind of like started here then. I just assumed it kind of came through here. It just started in the town. Oh my God. Let's see here. And it kind of split through here. Did it cross the road? Oh my God, it did. I guess I didn't. This is fucking wild. Like, this is all, this is literally a gulch. So this is a gulch right here. So you coming through this road, you wouldn't even see it. And then this is another gulch here, right through here, little valley here, and a gulch through here. But you holy fuck. Oh my God. And then it kind of cut through here. It cut through here and it burned all through this. This is cool orchid. Okay, that's coolage. That's fine. Unfucking believable. And then it kind of hit this area, but because there's nothing here. There's nothing here. I'm a little bit weird that there is literally it's huh. Oh my God. Holy shit. Those motherfuckers. Holy shit. So the night I was evacuated was like the 8th of the 1 a.m. on the 9th, I think. No, was it 1 a.m. at the night? I don't know. Fuck it. It's all just a blur. I came down here and the fires were like right over here. And I saw people like putting water and I kind of drove down to over here, but it's just like, holy shit. Man. A lot of people got fucking lucky. A lot of people got lucky, I feel like. Holy shit, man. Man, okay. This is wild. I can't even, I don't know. I'm just speechless. I'm literally just speechless. Oh shit. Stalker out there, you know how close the fires got. I thought it was 1,000 feet. And anybody that's watching this video that knows where I live, I thought it was 1,000 feet. That is not 1,000 feet. Holy shit. Anyways, guys, please come to Maui.